Hello, my name is Calibos, the only boss with one S. Mubarak Karim to all our Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. And also a happy new month to all of you from Tap Tap Send in the whole Riase. As you already know, Tap Tap Send remains to be your number one, numero uno money transfer app you can ever find in the whole world. All you have to do is to go onto Google Play Store or App Store and download Tap Tap Send. The name is what? Tap Tap Send. Now, the testimonies from people is overwhelming. Everybody is giving the good testimony about Tap Tap Send because I've used it before and I understand how reliable, secure, and fast the app is. You, if you like, put it to a test and you'll see. So, what are you waiting for? Download Tap Tap Send now. Keep on sending the money to the loved ones and your family and let them appreciate you more. Remember the name. It's Tap Tap Send. Hey.
Tap Tap Send. Send more, spend less.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Check it, check it. Check it, check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level check it, check it, check it, check it. Check it, check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
So I don't know what day they are going to do it, but he announced that the release party will be held in Ghana. And with the fact that so many people who worked on this particular project are all Ghanaians, these are all his ways to make sure that Ghana has a very good representation, even with him having some sort of partnership with international labels as well. So it was a very beautiful ceremony, and I agree with Kwame Dazi when he says that the whole industry was there.
Highly represented.
From media, that is the traditional media, to the online media, to some of the music executives that we have in the space, the likes of Bulldog, Bolare, and all them big men were there, including some DJ Breezy, who is also a producer, and some few people. So there was a very good representation of the industry at the ceremony.
Now, you have been able to listen to the songs even before its release, all the 17 songs, and I saw you guys listening to the songs in silent speakers. How are the songs, the taste of the songs, the sound? For Stonebwoy, in fact, nobody can argue with Stonebwoy's delivery, Stonebwoy's songwriting. Forget about everything. He's top in that area. You have listened to the album before everybody else does. How would you describe the songs on there when the songs come out? Just as the video is getting all the accolades, do you think Stonebwoy is also going to get the accolades when the songs come out finally?
If there is one thing that is so dominant in our recent Afrobeat championship or championing in the space, it has to do with the sound. Not long ago, Bounty Killer even complained about the lyrics, which is being fused with the sound. Not to say that the sound is not good. So this is a clear indication that now more focus is being put on the sound, which is so. If you follow Stonebwoy throughout his releases, you realize and you listen to this particular project, the first thing that will hit you would be Stonebwoy's groove. In terms of sound, Stonebwoy has grown so much, especially on this particular project. There's a high dimension of sound as far as this project is concerned. In fact, the combination of sounds is massive on this particular project. Like, there's so much fusion. Reggae, hip-hop, dancehall, amapiano.
Everything is in there.
Like, mixed. There you can hear,
and that's how albums are made.
Of course, you can.
That's why if you listen to the old people, their kind of albums. There are love songs, funeral songs, party songs, abrabomunsem.
Yeah.
Everything is in there.
In fact, I didn't even expect to find a reggae song on this particular album. But there was. Like, that was one of my shocks on the night, because I was one of the people who had the notion that now Stonebwoy is going into a different dimension.
Yeah, so
like
some
he has
sounds.
He's
dropping some sounds.
Exactly, and the fact that he was introduced as an Afro pop artist, or he's been introduced as an Afro pop artist, I was just thinking that okay, then we shouldn't expect anything reggae or dancehall from Stonebwoy now. But then he still had a reggae representation on there as far, and also the big one.
I remember, I think I watched one of his interviews where he said he has his creative license to himself. What Def Jam or Universal Music does is just to distribute and publish it. But in terms of creativity, they've let everything to him. I'm sure they will guide him, of course, one or two. Maybe we can pass here, we can do this. But in terms of creativity, he has 100% license to create.
Well, I think it was very evident on the product and how charged he was on that particular one, which he termed his favorite, or the one that the moment it was introduced, he said, "This is the song."
Reggae song.
No. I'm talking about the one with Angelique Kidjo.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The moment that particular record was introduced, he said, "This is the song." He said, "This is the song" before he performed it, even to our ears.
So whilst you guys were listening to it in the silent speakers, he was still performing.
Yeah. There were ones that they play, and man, like looking at the whole mood at the place, he just grabbed the microphone and started singing, and Sam, he would explain the inspiration behind it.
I saw him moving to some personalities there whilst he was doing it.
Exactly.
Well, so we wish him well. We wish him well. This is what we are looking for. Growth in everything we do as an industry. And the label benefits, now we are all seeing it. Initially, I think I've said it before, initially some of us, I think we were in a rush. When we were not seeing so much activities, we thought, is this what it's all about? But now, I think it is what it is, and we are so happy with what is happening. So 28th April, we can't wait for Roland. He's lucky. He's listening to the songs. We are yet to stream as well. So do the pre-order and wait for this to happen as well, and let's see what happens. Now, ask your question. I ran away to ask you some questions. So ask yours. And
so to the big conversation,
just one question. Just one
the
question.
one that I have on my table, as with Stonebwoy's own.
No.
With what we are.
Your topic, yeah.
Okay, so my topic is we've chanced on a video on our socials not long ago. I think I saw the video this morning. Okay. And I have some few questions to it. I saw Shatta WALE advertising for one astute businessman's company, that is McDan. Yeah. We know he owns a private jet company, or he owns an agency that is responsible for flying people in and out.
He actually owns the private jet company.
Exactly. And
he has McDan Shippings and all.
McDan Shippings and all. Okay, so my question is, this is somebody that has certain kind of reputation in the space. Okay. How did he still manage to ink a deal like this? Okay. And I want you to tackle this not only with Shatta WALE, but with some people that have been able to earn themselves deals in the space. Okay. Stonebwoy just landed one with Yango. And we know for the past few months, Stonebwoy has also suffered some one or two criticisms and all that in the space. I want to know, how do these people do, how do they do some of these things?
Well, I have known about this. I've known about this deal with McDan Private Jet Company. When we were supposed to go to the Gabon, okay, I told you we were going to do some big announcements. Unfortunately, the Gabon show could not happen. So once again, the announcement was not able to be made. And when I said we were going to do something, some big announcement, it was around that thing. Okay. It was around the private jet business and the fact that we were actually going to do something with it, but unfortunately it did not happen. So let's still let it be. When it happens again, we'll let the people know. Okay. But so yes, I think after that, then he started working on the commercials, shooting the commercials for this particular project. And I remember at that time he had to put on some things. He had to put some things on hold so he'd be able to get this done. And finally, it is done. So personally, when I also saw the video, I said, oh, finally, the work is out. Now, when it comes to corporate people, people have a wrong perception of what corporate people want. They think that corporate people always want everything that is prim and proper. No. Do you know why? Corporate people like MTN, their users, their end users are not corporate people.
Okay.
I don't know if you get me.
Yes, that is the customers.
Exactly. So when I hear people say, oh, if you're an artist and you do this and you do that, you do this and you do that, no corporate organization would love to associate with you, it is totally false.
Well,
it depends on what the company is looking for.
Okay.
It depends on what the company is looking for before someone can say, if you are like this, they cannot associate
with you.
Because at every point in time, they also have their own objectives and what they are looking out to achieve.
Okay.
So if what they are looking out to achieve, you have it, forget about all them saying it. So for instance, let me still use MTN as a corporate organization. MTN is a corporate organization. I hope you agree with me.
Of course.
Let's talk about MTN users. Do we have only corporate people using MTN?
No. In fact, majority of them are not corporate people.
Good. There is a truck driver who is not a corporate person. There is a market woman who is not a corporate person. So many, in fact, the people who are not even in the corporate industry, they are far bigger than those who are there.
Of course.
Now, you want to reach all these people that we have mentioned. You want to reach them. Do you think you would have to meet them with your suit and tie or with your heels and your dresses? No. You still have to find a way to get closer to them. You still have to find a way to enter into their ghettos. So if you are a corporate organization and you are looking for someone who can also get you this, because at the end of the day, they are your end users. Without them, you are nothing. Without them, you don't have the numbers. And we are dealing with numbers. So sometimes when I hear people say, oh, some artists are not going to be corporate friendly for gigs, they will not get any endorsement, I laugh. Say, you guys don't know what the corporate people. You think the corporate people, they want their end users to behave like they are behaving. If the end users behave like they are behaving, they would even be sad them more. Do you know why they will be sad?
Why?
Everybody will be smart to read into their business tricks.
Okay.
Like MTN is doing to people.
Data. So bad.
Like, who are those crying?
The end users.
The end users. Those on the street, they are crying more.
Customers.
Those on the streets are crying more.
Because the corporate people self are not crying.
Oh, what are they crying for? They have their ways out. Those on the street are the people crying.
Pains.
So when it comes to those conversations and you hear, oh, if you're a corporate, if you are this, you are that, you not get corporate endorsement, I laugh. You say, you people, you don't know. Banks, when they were looking for people to sign, why did they not go sign people who are in the corporate world? They come down to the musicians to sign them. Last year, there was supposed to be a bank concept with Shatta. I don't know. I think it did not happen. GT Bank or something like that.
Yeah.
Why did they not go for Van Vicker or something?
Can Promise is also signed to a bank.
Yeah. So yes, that conversation about, at the end of the day, Charlie, everybody is looking for numbers. Everybody is looking for results. Everybody is looking for who can give me rich. So McDan, as a private jet company, they are looking for who can give me rich. And I'm sure to them, Shatta cuts for them. And as it stands now, I love the concept they even used in the commercial where they said Shatta was in the studio and he got some emergency call that he had to go play some shows. And he said he has to go to some 4 cities or some 4 countries. Can McDan private jet be of help to him? And of course, they are ready to fly. It's a private jet. Anywhere you want to go, they just have to do the aviation arrangement and they'll take you there. You don't have to go through 2:30 a.m. You, according to what time you want to move, let them know and they are ready to go. And they did it with him. Solid. Solid. Who is saying that you need to be a corporate person only to advertise corporate products or corporate has reach? You cannot beat Shatta out of this.
Okay.
He has a whole lot of reach. That's why his fan base cuts across everywhere. He has fan bases who are in the office. He has fan bases who are on the street. He has people who are in the industries, as in the business world. And he has some people who are also in the ghettos. You need all these people to reach out to such a person. So what are we saying? So yes, me, when I saw it, I was so glad. I was so happy. Though I knew about it, but when I saw finally it had come out, I said, okay, so it means deal is sealed and inked.
Is his recent posture as a corporate person especially as far as his business, Shagsy, is
and-
concerned, is it also a contributing factor to this particular deal?
I can't say for real. Like, it is not. It is really not that, because if we are all being honest, how often is he projected as such?
Okay.
How often? I'm sure it is sometime that for some reasons known to him and some of us closer to him, he decided to ignore some things.
Okay.
He decided to just ignore some things. But it is not why they are coming to him. They are still coming to him because he is Shatta WALE.
The brand Shatta WALE.
He is Shatta WALE. Everything else that makes him Shatta WALE, the things that make people love him, the things that make people hate him, all those things put together are the reason they've gone for him.
Okay.
Yes, it is not only because for some time we've seen he started wearing suit and tie. He went to Kenya to do some business discussion. Now he's talking Shagsy business. He's dressed. No. They are not. But if you look at how he was dressed in the ad, he was not wearing suit. He was dressed like an artist.
Kuntu Blanks.
Of course, he had his jacket on. I'm sure he was going to America. Because that is where it is cold. Yeah. He wasn't going to any of the African countries. He was sure going to maybe America, UK and Europe or something like that. Because over there, it is cold. Yeah, so that is what they like about him. The reason they came for him. Okay. Because he's Shatta WALE, not because today he started wearing suit and tie. So yes, it is a big deal. As a matter of fact, not many people even think that private jets can be hired to anybody.
And especially in Ghana. We mostly hear of artists flying in private jets like outside.
Exactly. You see, it is not strange like that. It's just about your money. So just as we organized our trip to Dubai, if one day we organize our trip to Dubai and we check our tickets, Charlie, going to Dubai, we are buying tickets, say $3,000 each. If we put all this money together, we are 9 and we can go for a private jet. It is done. I know some people in London who do that to Ghana. They charter flight
to Ghana and back.
To Ghana.
Wow.
When there's a hot season that they know tickets are high, skyrocketed. They organize themselves. Some of them are in groups and clubs. They organize themselves. They go and charter their own flight. It is still the same thing. So it's just a matter of you going through your immigration and aviation processes and you are good to go. So using Shatta WALE even tells everyone that if you have money, you don't have to own it. If you have money, you can go for private jets. Like one day we say we want to go to, say, Kumasi. When we check our rates, when we check our rates and we think that quite rate boomer, you private jet at the same it's kind of bad. Why don't you go take private jet go?
A big flex car.
You go take private jet go. After all, negotiations. And almost so they cannot charge extreme. Of course, there will be some additions, but extreme. So if we can put our money together, have our comfort, have our chilling time, let's go for it. So they are using Shatta WALE to tell you that, guy, you can also come and book your private jet for your flex. Master, what are you waiting for?
This one there. The next time you see me in a plane. Oh.
Tell them.
Oh, we are flying. In fact, me and director, $25,000. In fact, the next time you see us fly.
It's about your money.
Oh, yes. A private jet. We are going to Buga in the private jet. This is Sammy Flex Feast. My name is Roland Amante. Thanks for watching. Big thanks to Currency and Richie Flex. Don't forget to subscribe. Maybe with all that we've discussed on this particular episode, you have your own reservation. The comment section is definitely designed for you. We will meet on the next episode. Stay safe.